double-double with 29 points in last night's loss to the Warriors. After the game, LeBron didn't answer questions at the podium. ESPN reported that LeBron has been frustrated with how the press conference schedule has been run. He was asked about it after the game. Let's take a listen.
Usually you're a podium guy. I mean, in the finals especially. Is just coming doing this in the locker room any reason for that?
Yeah, there's a reason.
You want to share?
No.
When Kyrie's having a rough night like
It has nothing to do with wins and losses, though.
We're joined by Rob Parker. Welcome, Rob.
What's happening?
Here we go.
I feel like George Jefferson with a better hairline.
You feel like a hater.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You should.
All I'm trying to tell you is I tried to warn you about this NBA final.
Well, do you buy LeBron's reason for not going to the podium?
No, I don't buy it. He lost, and he's down in a 2-0 hole. The bottom line is the podium is because you have a bigger crew of media members there. You need to go to the podium. It's not fair for people to travel all over the country to cover this event, and then you hold a locker, a press conference at your locker that only 20 people can hear. It's not right. This is a part. Everybody has to do it. The league should come down on him, fine him a lot of money, and you can't make exceptions. When you have a big event like this, that's why they use the podium, so people can hear the questions. It's a bigger deal. And I know this was about losing. He says not about the game. Yes, it is. Had he won this game and come back and won that, he would be at the podium. I don't care about the schedule and all that. Everybody has to deal with the same thing, which is when you lose, you're not first. You got to wait. The other guys go first, and then you go, and that's what LeBron did.
First of all, fair is where you buy candy apples.
I get all
that. And ride the merry-go-round. LeBron says, I'm tired of waiting. I'm the king. I want to go.
He's not bigger than the league.
Okay, first of all, if you want to ask him a question, come into the locker room and ask him a question. He didn't go. He said there was a reason why he wasn't going to go. And he said, do you want to discuss that, LeBron? No. But you know why.
Well, he did, I guess, discuss it with Rachel Nichols because she reported that she spoke to him after the little scrum there in the middle of the locker room and that he said he had been made to wait a couple of times, so he's out. So the best player in the sport, the one the most people want to talk to, is saying, I boycott the podium. And just so people out there get it, to Rob's point, they set up little sort of theaters so you can get, I don't know what, 200-300 reporters into one space to listen to an interview. And you can ask questions, obviously, by passing the microphone around, as opposed to some little scrum, some free-for-all in the middle of a crowded locker room with tape all over the place. It's a very difficult way to do your job. Well, you've done it before. You've been interviewed.
You just talked about Bron.
So now maybe 10 people can hear you as opposed to 300.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Rob.
Yeah.
No, but it's
You're
true.
feeling it.
Shannon is the point. Well, what a diva is LeBron James.
Don't do that, Skip.
I'm sorry.
Skip,
well,
don't
that's
do
what
it.
that's just pure diva.
No.
And it's childish, and it's so beneath his dignity as the best player in the game and a role model, and I always defend him off the court because he always says and does the right things. He was eloquent about the N-word that was sprayed on his place in Brentwood, and I defend all that, but I can't defend this. I can't give him a pass because this is just so...
Did he not do any interviews? Did he just
No, but that's not the point. It's not the point. In the NBA Finals, you go to the podium. That's why it's set up. The other rounds, we get it, or other circumstances.
But they all have it too.
Right. But I'm talking about but during the regular season.
No.
So let me ask you a question. So LeBron James is the only NBA player.
That's
hold on. Let me finish. You wouldn't even telling me he's the only one.
He's the only one who's the chosen one and the king.
That's not what.
Done it. Other players have done it.
I'm sure it's happened
I'm
before.
sure it's happened.
Do you have examples? Did you look them up?
I don't want to do that. I don't want to put nobody's name in this conversation.
I think there's one time when Michael Jordan didn't show up to an all-star game. Yeah.
So now
and he was fined a lot of money, and the league was really mad again. Yep. Because reporters come from all over the country to cover this event.
All over the world.
Right, this event, and they got to have access. Otherwise, people don't want to come.
Right, what you see. You saw what happened. You're supposed to know the game.
You know what?
What did you see happen, Rob?
What did I see happen?
Yeah.
I saw LeBron pouting. You know why? Because he woke up to the nightmare that he is the creator of that Frankenstein Golden State baby, and now he has to take a look and say, this ain't fair. How in the world can I beat him? He was the one who created it.
Because he went to Miami.
Yes.
Okay. So
this all came back on him, Shannon. This is where he is.
So what part does Red Auerbach put in the big three together?
None. This had nothing to do with Red Auerbach.
The only Rob and Skip, you know the only difference between what's happening now and what happened then is that teams put teams together. Now the players like each other because they played with each other in AAU and they know each other coming up.
Shannon, stop it. This NBA is horrible. That's why the ratings were down. I try to tell you, the ratings were down in game 1, 5%, 7% in Cleveland. This is not entertaining. It's not entertaining to watch a 132, 113, or whatever it was. You think this is entertaining for the masses?
Do you remember?
This is as bad as it gets.
Do you remember 1984, the Memorial Day Massacre?
No, I'm not worried about 1984.
I'm just asking you a question. You talk about nobody wants to see a 132, 113 ball game. Tell the people at home what the final score was.
I don't remember 1984. I can't remember yesterday.
What about this game 2?
What?
Game 2 of what?
In 1984, when the Lakers came back and won. They got you like, yeah.
They won at Boston.
Scored 142 points.
Yeah.
What? You mean to tell me somebody wanted to see a 142-point game but didn't want to see a 132?
This has been this has been the entire season. A bad, lopsided regular season, a terrible NBA playoffs, and a garbage
Rob,
NBA
I'm going to defend the Western Conference because my Spurs would have beaten Golden State.
But they got hurt.
They got hurt.
Rob, Skip, you know this. It's always been like this. You've had one or two teams.
It's never been like this.
Skip, okay, how many teams won championships in the 80s?
We're not getting to that.
How many in the 90s?
LeBron James is the author of this. He's the one who has created this NBA player Declaration of Independence. It's the reason that Kevin Durant is playing for the Warriors. Skip, if he never left Cleveland, I believe he would still be in OKC. This has messed up the entire balance of the league, and this is where we are. And this is not just this year. We're going to see this matchup probably 3 more years. Good. No, it's not. It's terrible.
Well, I tell you what. How many different phone companies you have? Because when I was coming up, they had 35. How many phone companies are there now?
I don't know, 4 or 5.
Oh, is that bad? Oh, so what? You're not gonna get service because you don't want it?
No, but that's
okay. How many?
It's not a phone league where there's supposed to be competition and we want to see the best of the best. Skip, are you enjoying the finals?
Yeah.
Not yet, but I think I will when we get to Cleveland because I think it's going to get tight.
It's not going to get tight. I'm telling you, not compete with them. They cannot compete.
Can is the inability to do something. We got the ability. We got that cave.
This will be over in 4
in this one game.
This is not last year.
Do I hear a case of Diet Mountain Dew coming this way?
Yes.
Really?
I'm going to stick to 5 games right here.
Should I take?
No,
take this. He won't put his hand out.
Wait, I don't know if I want to make my pick
yet. Are you coming to Cleveland?
No, I'm not coming.
Yeah, because they say you really had to do you by remote. No haters. Because I had to pull some strings to get Skip because it's his show.
Skip's going to be there.
But I had to pull some strings because he be hating on.
To do this, but I'm going to bet on the King.
No, I don't want you. No. Yeah, Skip.
I got it.
You already know you janky. You janky too.
I'm not. Listen, he picked them in.
You a jinx too.
How 7 games?
You picked who?
I'm not
Golden
jinx.
State in 7.
Yeah.
I understand. You needed to go further, Skip. This is going to be one of those times where you're going to wake up out of this nightmare and you're going to realize you were off on this because Kevin Durant is so much better. And that's why this is not last year. It's not last year.
Skip nailed the prediction for games 1 and 2.
I had it right on the button.
Skip, we don't need to go further. We're going to talk either way. They get swept.